everybody. Welcome to A Quickie with Ms. B. I'm Ms. B. Today is Thursday. Almost done with the work week. Yep. All this week we're listening to your first fill in the blank, and today is going to be your very first date.
And she was trying to sly her way into a whole first blind date. No. So obviously your story is something to be enjoyed. So without further ado, give us fodder to taunt you.
Oh my God, this was not a very good first date. It was more like a nightmare.
That's important.
How
are we going to laugh? How are we going to
Let's
laugh?
see how much pain we can inflict on Christine so that Don can be happy.
It's like, it was a horrible show. It was we were counting on that. That was what we're like. Is there pain involved? Did you cry? Did you go boo-hoo? Because if you went boo-hoo, well, that's awesome. Now you know what it's like to feel like. Now you know what I feel like peeing on a wall in a bar. So.
Yeah, no, was not very good. So picture it. I'm at my Nona's. I'm up there for the summer, hanging out at her house.
I would not want to pick up a date at Nona's house.
Yeah.
Wait. He's just gonna sit in the car? Did he blow the horn? Did he blow? Where's your uncle? Oh, God, get up, dude. Public service announcement. If you're picking her up at a Nona's place, don't blow the horn.
Go to the door.
Oh, my God, people. I didn't do it, but I sat through one. Do not. And the uncle does come. He does. Go get your uncle.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't care. She just wants someone who can beat you. Who will beat you into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's about it.
Did he blow the horn or did he come to the door?
Well, no, here's how it started. I told my mom, and of course my Nona was there. And now, I don't know about anybody else's family, but in my family, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. Okay? So when I told the name of the person that wanted to take me to the movies the following night, my grandma, my Nona, and my mom, and of course my aunt too, because she was there. So it's my aunt, my grandma, and my Nona.
Your aunt that I know?
No, this is a different one. My mom's sister. So they're all sitting around going, well, is he from this family? And aren't those the ones that are connected to this group of people over here and then that family? Well, that's okay because that's the good family. But if he was related to the other family, that's the bad family. I mean, they're literally having a conversation about who he is, who he's related to, and if he's a good person or if he comes from the bad family.
And they're about to flip the coin. You want you should die or live? Hold on, I flipped the coin now.
So after they have this conversation, they come to the determination that, yes, he's from the good family. He's a good kid. So, yes, he can come and take me out on the date to go to the movies. So I thought, okay.
Did he get out of the car, or was he one of the dumb ones who blew the horn?
No, he was smart enough to realize that he needed to get out of the car, come to the door, come in, and introduce himself. Okay, so I gotta give him points for that.
Oh yeah. And seriously, people, kids, if you're listening to this and you're gonna date an Italian girl, whatever you do, never blow. I don't care if you've known her family for 2.5 years. Don't blow the horn.
There's consequences for those actions.
You will die. They will kill you.
So I'm thinking, oh, great, this is going to go smooth like peanut butter because, we already had the conversation of who he is and what family he comes from and are these good people and blah, blah, blah. And they've determined that it's okay, I can go out with this person. Yeah, my uncle, not so much. He wasn't a part of the conversation that day. So picture it.
Well, I don't have to. I'm very familiar with, Like I said before, these are the ones who come to kill you. It's the uncle. That's when the Nona just taunts him. You want to eat still? You want to keep eating? You're like your dinner, right? You're like, kill him. And then the one who performs the action, uncle.
Yep.
He's the one who buries you out back.
So this poor kid's nervous as heck to begin with, because now he's got to come to the door. He's got to meet my nonna, my mom, my auntie, and now apparently my uncle. You know when they say that your family goes on a first date with you? They're not flipping kidding.
Not if you know anything about Italian people. They're oh God. And you can leave the house and trust me, you're being watched.
Yes, you are.
You are the people. No joke.
So he gets to the door. He makes it to the door. My uncle's like, no, I'll get the door. I'm like, crap. Here we go. So he goes to open up the door, and there's the kid standing there. And he says to the kid, what are your intentions with my niece? And they damn well better be good. The kid got so nervous.
Well, you see, what I was hoping for was this would be kind of a first base type thing. You know what I'm saying?
He got so nervous that when he tried to, open up the door to introduce himself to my uncle after my uncle said this through the screen door, that he literally hit himself right in the head, between the eyeballs and down on his nose with the screen door because he was so nervous. Because
and the more nervous you are, the happier your uncle. The happier your uncle. People, this is for real. The more tremors that you're having, the more terror you're showing. This actually excites the Italian uncle.
Yes,
the Italian uncle likes this because that means you've shown him that fear actually is a part of your day.
Yes,
and he's in control of it.
And all you heard was bam.
Pulled an Emerald Lagasse there. Bam!
It was so bad. And the poor kid was just like quaking in his boots at the door. Now, my uncle, he's a pretty tall dude. He's like 6'1". He's not a small guy. So can you imagine? And then he comes out with what are your intentions with my niece? The kid couldn't even talk. He couldn't say anything. He just stood there and stared at my uncle. And then decided that this wasn't worth it. He was not going to take me out on the date. We were not going to the movies. He turned around and he left and went home.
Now that probably made your Nonna even more upset.
Yeah, because she didn't have a chance to interrogate him.
I'll tell you. When I saw, now this isn't me, when I saw this guy blow the horn, this is no joke. The room, the whole room, Chris, the entire room changed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I knew I had no reason to speak because this didn't involve me. This was family now. And the insult, you could just feel the weight. Then he blew it again, but he blew it twice. You're like, oh, wow. And then you could just see it. No more words. You want to know sheer terror? They stop talking and they start looking at each other. This is terror. Because I watched her turn around and look right at the uncle, which is her son. And she looks at him and then she moves her head back like she's looking at the sky or something. And then shakes her head, and that was it. He was gone. I'm like, what is that code for?
That's code for, boy, are you in trouble now.
Next thing I know, I see her walk up, and she flings open the curtains, and she's just staring there, just staring. I mean, she's like, looks do kill, and you're about to have a heart attack.
Yep.
He looks at her, and he blows the horn again.
He's either very brave or very stupid.
Nope. Then all I heard was, blow it again. Blow it again. And apparently, the uncle was out there with a very large knife, and he is now, at a slow rate of speed, sliced one tire. He's whirled around the back of the car to the other tire, and he's just slicing it like a piece of bread. Then he goes around to the window and goes, blow it again. No, and this is dead serious.
Oh, boy.
He literally looks at the guy and goes, "Start the car." The kid's just looking at him now in sheer terror. The kid's annoyed the girl hasn't come out yet, but he's not saying a word. He starts the car. He goes, "Roll the window up and drive home." You see the window going up. He goes, "I don't want to see you. I don't even want to smell you. If I'm ever anywhere in this entire town and you see me, you better see me first. Make sure you see me first." Now, of course, this is impossible, people, but hey, it's working. He's like, "I want you to drive home now." He says, "Don't look back, nothing. Drive." And the guy pulls out on 2 flat tires and proceeds to drive down the road. You hear, he's leaving. Then, this is my favorite part of the Italian culture. Because now we need to scold somebody. We need to scream at somebody's got to pay for what just happened. So who is it? The ugly young lady. She's going to pay. Why? Because somebody has to pay.
Yeah.
Get your butt down here. What was that? I mean, who would ever imagine in a million years after that just happened, she's going to come downstairs while he looks and goes, "What was that?" They want answers. She's not involved. She didn't do it. What was that? Because now apparently she's one of those girls. You thought that was what you were going to bring here? I want to know who that was. I get up to leave and get told to sit down. You should know what it is that people like you do. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. People like me? What people like me do? What people like me do? Apparently, I'm like him somehow because I'm not Italian. Therefore, I need to sit down and learn what happens when you do that and then you go. This is what happens. I'm like sitting down going, I'm not Italian. I don't live here. Okay. I'm here because like my grandparents want me to come over here because it's a good family environment and it's a good place where I'm safe because they're at work and, it's after school. Okay, Mr. Gotti. Seriously? Now I'm in trouble. I have nothing to do with this. He puts his hand on my shoulder and goes, "You're going to want to listen to this." And I'm like, oh, no, see, I really, really don't want to listen to this. At all. She's bawling. And then this girl has, I'll tell you what, Italian girls that are, teenagers, these are girls who have they have some nads. Okay? Italian teenage girls, guys, they have some nads. Because, I would have never spun around and went, "What are you doing to me? Do you know what people are going to say?" Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? I'm like, she just said that? Wow. Do you want me to go slap her now? I'm going to punch you for your uncle because, wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I remember getting really mad at my uncle when he did that. And I just spun around and said to him, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'm thinking.
And then came the look.
I'm thinking this is a guy who, yeah. No. Wow. He just went outside and slipped two of a guy's tires with a knife slowly. He didn't just stab him. Anyway, and he did it while everybody was watching. Like, you see what I'm doing right here? Can you see it? You want a better angle? Here, watch for this, okay? And he's slicing a guy's tires like he's cutting bread. And then he makes him drive home on. I'm like, really? And you want to tell him where he can stick it? Wow. I'm going to slap your niece for you right now. I'm being forced to watch. I'm afraid to go home. I don't live here. This isn't my family. And I'm not moving. It's like, I'm afraid. Why aren't you? Oh, her hands are on her hips. People are going to, I don't care what people say for you. I don't care. I was like, oh, wow. Generally, when I get upset, she gives me something to eat. She's not giving her anything to eat. I'm watching. They're lining up, Christine.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, here comes the mother, and she takes a seat. She's going to let him have his piece. And you can just see, it's like she's a tea kettle boiling. You're like, hey, they're bringing in reinforcements. Did you see it? They're lining up.
Yep.
And the sad part was they were.
It's true.
And they kept, but I keep getting it. I hope you learned something from this, hey? I'm like, whoa. Okay, number one, I don't have a car. Okay. Number two, I'm way smarter than the point. I'm not kidding now. You bring this. Wow, there's a whole lot of insults there. I don't want them to be the ones picking what I'm saying. I'm going to go to the door. I mean, wow. I learned on the inside. Number one, the doorbell, also not a really good idea. Because things can go wrong with electronic apparatuses. Like, I've seen someone ring the doorbell. They weren't sure if they rang it, so they rang it again. No, that was bad. That was bad. What you want to do is knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Put your hands down by your... Yeah, down and folded in front of you, and wait. Don't knock again. They're watching you. You got halfway down the road and phone calls were happening. They see everything.
And on that note, we need a moment to reflect these little life lessons.
Don't piss off Nonas.